Call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm going to have to press this a little bit harder. 5? 15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Yes, he does, Shard. A wonderfully corrupt place. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001 chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand it, Righto. Well, if you can't prove there's a connection, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office. I suppose you're right, Pix, but hey, I mean, there are more criminal cases than just murders. It just happens that Phoenix just got dragged into all the murder cases. And that knife! What was it doing here there? I'd better check this knife out. Let's see. Let's see, let's go for this one. So let's change this one out because we already have here. So we have the how now. We have the when already. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? Carmason. There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now, we can get Gunn to testify about the details. Oh, I guess not then. This is so annoying, this little part here where we have to get this connection going. Can I just press it? Forget that? Yes, I can. Chief, the defense position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Huh? You don't say. Well, out with it, Writer. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim. The victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There would be seem to be many connections for this to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you just deduced right here. Chief, I request you release the information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we just get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might be able to get as much as I want out of him. So, ours full divine intervention. So, which one do you think we should take? Because we have quite a lot of evidence to go with this roll with here. Yes, we can ask for the ID number. Okay, how would you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'd be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Well, we keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't get your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the department. It does tell me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective was the one who murdered at the police department. Tells you something? Well, what does it tell you? See this here? Witness. Well, what is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Edward is rude. Felix needs some burn heal. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is this yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842184. Wait a second, Wright? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective was killed in the police department was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack, right? Oh, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what you're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different location? Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare! We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Merrick Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait! Aha! Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth on the premise? I'm here, sir, at the request of the police chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You didn't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name was written on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Mr. Wright? Well, it's rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you should list a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does it mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Yep. That is even a rule I know about. This connection was proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. Good to know you're going through I know you're going through a rough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day, as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, fair and well. There is a lot of stuff going on in this case. Oh no, she's quite right. This case is shady. Like everything else in this series, really. Everything in this series is shady and it's so much fun. Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, I hope for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Yes, this case is so aggravating. Well, the thing is, there is no jury in this. The jury system was abolished, and the judge has final say in all rulings. So we are 10 to 10. I think this is a good place to stop for today. This case takes a lot of time. So we have about a couple more minutes. Yes. But this is for everyone's continued, for everyone's sake, so we can go to bed at a reasonable time. But the thing is, though, this judge has, according to lore, never given an incorrect ruling, or something like that. Okay, so the jury thing. Okay, so the jury system was abolished because court proceedings took too much time. So at the same time, the whole 3 days of court was also implemented, where the judge has full authority on everything. So the judge has to make a ruling depending on what the prosecution and the defense presents. It is it's not vaguely it's vaguely mentioned in earlier in this game. On the bright side, though, yes, this came up in the first case. Why there's no where there's no jury. But I don't blame people for not knowing, because I mean this game is long and I've streamed it for also very long, so a couple of weeks now. But yes. On the bright side, though, it won't stay like this, at least for the time being. But that's the way it is in this game, so... Judge Lore also came up when he was first introduced, yes. So there's a lot of things going on here. Yes, the system is fucked up, because you're not giving a jury of your peers and stuff like that. So and you're not given an unbiased jury. Well, to be fair, the judge is actually pretty unbiased in what he does, and he is just needs to get everything you know, spoon-fed to him. He's just an idiot. So, I was originally thinking of playing a little bit of Minecraft for watching tonight. God, that was... I don't typically scream when I play Minecraft, but that was just surprising. That happens from time to time, I suppose. So, and thank you for... I suppose thanks to TC for the giggles there. I mean...
You scream well at other times, you know?
So, next time will be, of course, on Wednesday with more Felix Wright. The case is long, but it's worth it. The ending is so satisfying, and Farewell was pretty on point when she said that the reason for this case is so infuriating, which makes it all the better to finish this case. You'll drop down a deeper hole. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. So, Friday, there is not much going on. Yeah, nothing going on this Friday. So there will be streaming as usual. Might even stream from the sofa this time around, and not just from my Minecraft, depending on what she wants to do.
I mean, you're the one who has to decide what we should play.
I suppose. So, once again, thank you for watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. And to end our stream of today, we're gonna play some more Ace Attorney music, because Ace Attorney is so good with music. So and we're going to play some of the orchestra music, I believe. Which one is this? Yes, this one. We're gonna play this one. This one is so good. And I hope to see you all on Wednesday. Until then, everyone, take care and have a good night and good evening, good morning and good afternoon. Bye bye.